Welcome back to the channel, folks. Hope you're stoked. I think this is episode number 7 or 8 of my climbing series. Got this new hangboard. And I hope you enjoy it. Was that 5? Let's try 5 more. Enjoy the video.
Alright, so getting cracking with what is probably one of my favorite climbs in this video, maybe top 3. Really nice double toe catch to start, and then a big dynamic move from a bicycle out to some relatively juggy slopers, and then a nice little crimp finish here. And this hold is not quite as good as it looks because it's on a, I mean it's inside the cave at Gatineau, so it's all crazy overhanging. As you could kind of tell, my feet kind of swung out, but yeah, that one was super sick. This one was really cool, kind of campus through the middle. I unfortunately didn't send this one, and they reset it, so I wasn't able to get this one, but it just required some serious lock-off strength on that right crimp there. But I still thought that the kind of campus move through the middle and the high foot at the beginning, pretty cool move, so I wanted to show that one. Really slopey one here with a cool dynamic move in the middle. I know for some people it wasn't dynamic, but at this point, if you've been watching my videos, you know me, and you know that's if I can do a move dynamically, I'm going to. So, and then I guess the last move I kind of made relatively dynamic too, because I skipped the kind of intermediate hold there to the left. And there's also a foothold on one of the volumes to the left as well. But I just thought the big move for the last hold felt better. Less moves, obviously, so a little bit less tiring. And yeah, that one was fun. I also thought the dynamic move looked pretty cool to that first sloper there. All some pretty juggy crimps on this one, but really flowy movement, really nice movement here. And yeah, just a pretty solid send here. I really like the body positioning at the end, where the body's kind of over to the right and your hands are to the left. Unfortunately, you can't see it, but I promise I sent it. This one's a pretty small paddle. Actually, the video doesn't really do it quite justice. But this top move was really the crux for me, getting yourself pressed into those 2 slopers there. And you'll see my body really wants to come out because my foot slips, and then I'm able to control the swing. But yeah, that paddle was pretty easy for me. That was set for a kids comp, so I think I did it a little differently than they intended, because they were obviously setting for some smaller bodies. But yeah, this one's really neat. Your body is kind of always going towards the right, and you need to keep your feet as far left as you can. And then a really fun cut loose move there. And yeah, some tricky footwork here. A little bit of a dab on the pink, but yeah, that was pretty sweet. Pinchy, and I like pinches, so yeah, that one was fun. I know I said the first climb in the video was one of my favorites in the video. This this is definitely my favorite climb in this video. I don't think this is my sand. I mean, just look at that move. God, even like, I sent this probably a month ago, and still looking back at it, I think it's awesome. Just like, I mean, the setting, I was going to say Gatineau, but at all the altitudes, just recently, I've been absolutely loving. And this is actually the first orange tape that I've sent in this section of the gym, because this is, I want to say is it the 45 degree? I don't know. It's either 45 or 35, but I'm pretty sure it's 45. It might be 40. Anyways, doesn't matter. You're going to see it again here. I kind of pop out to that right one, face the crowd move. So sick. And then for me, it was a bump. Coming in match with the right, or not match, I guess, get on the jug below it, get a high foot. And then this piano match here was the crux, for sure. You could see on the last video that I really struggled with it. And then desperate finish, the match. You're going to see how I feel about it here. Yeah, I was stoked. And I think that might have been my first send too. And I got it on camera, so that was really neat. Love the body positioning on this one. Again, obviously, I make it dynamic more than most people had to get that foot onto that first volume. And then this I also made relatively dynamic, and then I tried it afterwards again, and it didn't really even have to be a double clutch. I just kind of gassed on the first one, and then made my way up to the second. But I guess this video looks a little flashier than the other bait I was trying. So yeah, the last hold there was I was gonna say a jug. It wasn't really a jug, but it was just super positive. So not much to talk about there. Obviously this one's super pinchy, as you can tell. My feet wanted to cut there, but I was lucky that my right foot stuck for a couple moves. Then I cut them, get up to this fish mouth hold, kind of a long pocket, and then a really fun cut loose move at the end. I'm slowly beginning to realize that cutting my feet is one of my favorite things to do while climbing. Couldn't really tell you why, but I think it just feels sick. I think it looks sick. So maybe I can tell you why. And those are the reasons. So there you go. Don't really remember much about this one. Oh, this is the top here. This was my crux, getting my feet high enough. I definitely had the wrong beta for the top hold because I could have slipped off that so easily. And it felt really sketchy because if I did slip off it, then I would have gone like head first out into the abyss. But I was able to stick it, luckily. Just kind of a classic crimpy boulder here. They're all pretty in-cut crimps, so they're good. And yeah, pretty precise footwork, although you will see a foot slip near the top. I think it's right here. Yeah, right there. But I stuck the hold first, so I was able to hang on and successfully send that one. Another probably boulder that I'd put in my top maybe 3 for this video. Another blue tape, so really stoked about that. Initially, you can see I'm going for the middle of that, the first sloper towards the top there. And then I saw someone try it and they went to the bottom of it and it felt a lot better. So I don't really know how that works or why that works. Although it does, yeah, maybe I do know. I think it's because it helped me keep the foothold, because you're closer to the foothold, so your foot can stay. You can see on both of those other attempts my foot popped off, and there, because I go lower, it stays on. So look at that. I'm figuring out why it works in the moment while I'm recording. And then a really fun Gaston at the top on, like, not a great hold, to be honest. And I didn't even talk about the beginning of that one, but that was super sweet. With like the run start into the like double smear, and there was no tape on obviously on that foothold there, so I'm pretty sure it had to be a smear start. But anyways, most people that I saw trying this boulder went for the double clutch. They went really dynamic for these 2 holds, and as you can tell there, I went a lot more controlled, and I was kind of able to lock off on that first. I guess not really lock off, but I was able to grab that first one and pinch it enough to bring my body back into the wall, and then slowly wrap my left hand around the macro. Yeah, I don't know. It felt really good to me. My crux was at the top, as you could just tell. I slipped off it. But yeah, there you can see the really controlled move. I don't know if maybe there needed to be a heel around the macro to come in and match, but I was able to do it without. So maybe not quite the way the setters intended it. But yeah. Oh, this one's so sick. I'd actually kind of forgotten, and I had this one, or I had sent this one. But Some really cool movement pivoting around that decent foothold there. But these holds are definitely worse than I'm making them look. They're all like really shallow. They're not necessarily crimps, but they're just really shallow slopers, and they have like nothing on them. So you really had to pull yourself into the wall by any other means necessary. And that kind of heel hook around the side of the volume, the vertical volume was really sick. I think I have a beta break here by using that volume where my right foot is. Getting over to it was tricky because the hold that my left foot's on right now is super slopey, as you can kind of tell. So hanging off it was really tricky, but that's why I did the crossed hand start, because that made it a lot easier. I was able to hold the jug for for much longer than I would have been able to otherwise. And then because of my height, I had to go for the ending dynamic. Sure, you're kind of noticing a recurring theme here, as you will have if you've seen my other videos as well. Some kind of, I guess I was going to say slabby, not really slab, but just footwork intensive at the beginning of this one. I found pressing under that volume was a really helpful way of getting my left foot to come in and match, and then again pressing against the orange bit here. And I think I used the blue hold here to stand up. And then I'm able to stand up on that volume and grab these holds. And from here, it had to be a really quick move because you could see my body was coming out. That wasn't intentional. As soon as you grab those two holds before the last one, all of your weight wants to move across. So going as quick as possible was helpful. And then smearing on the right side of the wall felt pretty good. You can see here I'm trying to get my foot on the right foothold. And the stand-up on that is just so brutal. So instead I opt for the left one. This makes the stand-up feel a lot better, but you still need to somehow get your feet across to the other foothold there. And you can see I try this step back method. Doesn't work here, but here you'll see on this attempt I make it work. And this is probably my favorite climb. Oh no, I said that about the yellow one. I say favorite climb too much. I just really like this climb. Let's leave it at that. Oh, it's so sick. I don't think I've ever done a move like that before, where you step behind your other foot. Oh, yeah, that was super gnarly. I loved that one. This one, I was kind of debating whether to include this one or not. I just thought the movement was pretty cool. Pretty easy as far as slabs go. And I'm not that strong on slabs, so that's saying a lot. But yeah. All right, another really sick blue tape here. Again, cutting feet. What else is new? And then I'm gonna cut them again here. I thought that was gonna be my send. I don't know if I necessarily needed to cut feet. I maybe could have used different hands. Like I think I could have gone with my left there and maybe kept my foot on. I don't know. But again, I just really like to cut my feet. I find it allows me to be more explosive on moves. So yeah, some decent pinches there. And then this move here, rocking over on the heel, was sick. Check out this bump. Bang! Yeah, and then a step through. Really far step across. And then you wrestle your way around this big sloper to end. Oh, man. Yeah, that one was gnarly. And the start, all that black section is 45 degrees. I know that for a fact. So, yeah. Really overhanging, but a really sick set nonetheless. Some cool toe hooks to start on this one. And then you kind of... The grip on this jug here, the side pull jug, was so tough. As you can tell, this is still on the 45 degree. And that was my crux for the longest time. And then once I got past it, the rest of the climb was pretty okay. I guess the last move was a bit of a crux for me. I don't even know if this necessarily counts as a send. Because I definitely, I don't know. I'll leave it up to whoever's watching this to tell me if that counts. Kind of a dry fire off the last hold, but yeah, let me know if you think that counts, if you think it doesn't. I did send it before and I just didn't get it on camera, But yeah. A really sick kind of hands-free slab here, but I guess not actually. The way I end up doing it, it's not hands-free. I initially sent it without using that undercling with my right hand, and then yeah, I realized it was a lot better when you undercling that with your right. The volume is not as good as I'm making it look, and I don't know if you could hear, but there was an employee in the background in the audio of this video, and as I was getting on it for that last attempt, she said it was closing because I think it was New Year's Eve or something like that, so they were closing earlier on. And yeah, so that little last minute send there felt really good. But that'll pretty much wrap this one up. Thanks again to anyone that's tuning into these, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.